What's up, everybody? Jingle bells and Merry Christmas to you all. I am Zachimus Prime, aka Zachimus Prime, and I'm bringing you a Transformers third-party Legends review. And I don't generally do this, but I really wanted to show off this box. Look at this. This box is all metallic-y. Like, they definitely, coated this in a metallic substance and then printed this print on top of it. And it's very shiny. It's very nice looking. The presentation of this was glorious, and I wanted to share that with you guys as well. This is the CY Mini 03 for Mini. This is the Legend scale version of their Cang Toys Predaking Firmament. So I don't know if all of them are going to have the mini names, or just the Firmament is now the Firmini. I don't know. It's got a set of instructions in a little sealed plastic bag, and then you just pull this off here, and it's got this whole fitted plastic assembly, like a little plastic foam tray. So nice. So nice. Just the presentation of this was so good. Let's get this out, throw it together real quick. I think you guys are going to really love this because I think that it's just astounding. Get it all packed back away. Nice. Alright. So I just need to take these and wiggle them on. Yes, I did box this all back up just so that I could show you guys how it looks when being unboxed. It was just so good to me, and I was like, oh, everyone's going to love that. I don't know. Enough of you are going to love it that is worth it to me. Even if it's only one, it's worth it to me. Look at that thing. This just oozes premium. Like, it's so nice looking. The paint apps are sharp. The sculpting is really good. It's got this wonderful mix of masked painted parts, which are all pretty sharp. Not exactly sharp. There's a little bit of paint bleed. You can see some paint bleed around the edges of that gold paint app. There's just a tiny amount, but it's not really all that noticeable. And the tampo printings are just abundant and they're sharp. These wings are molded in a clear plastic. You can see through it here. And then they've got a fairly light coating of gold paint on top of it, so that it looks translucent, but it also looks very shiny and whatnot. And then these all have tampo printings on them to accent the look of it. This plastic, I'm fairly certain that the metallic-y look of the orangish red plastic, this burnt orange plastic, I'm pretty certain that metallic look is part of the plastic. I'm pretty certain this is not a paint app, because it all looks like that everywhere that it's got this plastic. Even the nooks and crannies where they wouldn't paint it still looks like that. It's just really, really good looking. The face sculpt is just really well done. Just oodles of detail all over it. Now, of course, this isn't a completely original design. This is based off of their Masterpiece scale, Cang Toys Firmament. And it is simplified from that by quite a bit, actually. But it still hits all the same notes of the original Masterpiece Scale one, which is also just incredible in its own way. Here's all that luscious gold. This is just, it's such a premium looking toy. I'm in love with it. There he is next to Magic Square Optimus Prime. So I even think that the scale works pretty good. Aesthetically, this is nothing like a G1 figure. Certainly nothing like a G1 Predacon. But scale-wise, I think it works out good. And just, oh, it looks so nice. Looks so nice. I love it. I dig it. Anyhow, let's get into his accessories. So he comes with a gun. This gun is sculpted really well. Has got decent paint apps on it. A little bit of silver inside here. Gold on the top and the front. Silver and gold. And that fits into either fist. So he's got just like a massive hand cannon. And then this one also has got that silver and gold all over it. Gold there, silver there. Slips right into his fist. And there he is. Looking like he's ready to go beat the absolute tar out of somebody. Now, clearly looking at these things, this has got some really obvious mating surfaces on it. This is meant to sync up with another like identical sword that clip together. And then looks like we've got some holes here for stuff to peg into. So as far as I know, and as far as I can tell, the Predaking sword is made out of these other swords here. And I'm pretty certain that the gun does the same thing, because you've got these like big circular holes here and this suspicious looking tab here. So I'm pretty certain it's all gonna sync up. There's a sprue nub right here. Well, it's visually a nub. It's actually, you can't really feel it too bad. So it's good looking. I like the like hollow like through the various parts of this here and here. I like that. And then last but not least, he comes with this like weird hand looking thing. I don't know why. Because I mean, this guy, he just is a robot and a bird, and I don't know why he has a hand. It doesn't, you know, fit on his other hand. I don't know. It's a mystery. And so is mankind. But let's talk about the posability of this. It's so good. So this head here just kind of hangs out on here. It's got like a double joint, like a triple joint actually, and a ball joint on there as well. This is going to factor in mostly in the bird mode, but here you can kind of move it out of the way, whatnot. These wings, so this is the like stowed form right here. You can take this and flip this around and then bring it out on this ball joint. So while it's in this mode, you can move it on. There's a ball joint in here. You can move it around on that, and then there's a couple little hinge joints in here that you can move it out on. But when you've got it open like this, now you can take and you can move it on those same hinge joints. There's this flap here moves independently. There's a ball joint here that moves the whole thing and rotates it. Then you've got each of these individual little feather parts moves up and out and around and whatnot. So you can go from not splayed at all to full splay here. And when you have both wings out, he just has this absolutely huge wingspan. Let me just do this fully to just show off how delightful this looks. Just this big, giant, gorgeous. I need to seriously rethink how I store my my Legends scale figures, because I am fast running out of room, and I've got more and more things that I like to display. I think before too much longer, I'm going to see about finding a way to squeeze a second detolf in here and just dedicate one detolf entirely for my Legends collection, which seems like a lot of space for a Legends collection, but, you know, it's actually very reasonable compared to, I know people who've got, you know, 8 detolfs for their Masterpiece scale collection, whereas I think I can do it all with one detolf. But just, it's so pretty. So that's all the wings. Lots of posability in the wings. You can do basically anything you need. And they are big, but they're not like terribly heavy. And he's got enough heel space on here that you just kind of like angle his feet forward a bit. And, you know, or like pop down his heels a little bit. And he stands really well, despite how his wings are posed. So that's great. His head is on a ball joint. And then it's also on a hinge, so he's got a little bit of giggity to his head, but it also like turns all around. And he can look that far down and that far up, a little bit up. His shoulder, let me get his wing out of the way so I can move his shoulder all the way about. Make his arms swivel about. 10 points if you recognize that reference. My arms look like a garbage truck. So his arm goes all the way around and it comes out for most of a tree pose. There we go. That's the full tree pose right there. There's a little bit of stiffness here as you get this shoulder joint to come around the corner of the shoulder. I think that they could have like shaved that down a bit, because as you can see here, there is some like paint chipping going on inside there. One of these days I'm going to get myself like a ring light, and then it's going to be amazing. I wouldn't even know what to do with myself at that point. Because this piece in here, the shoulder piece, is painted, and it is rubbing that paint off a bit, which is a bummer. I think that they could have shaved that down to make that posability work better. He has a bicep swivel right here. He's got a double jointed elbow. He's got, oh, it's really stiff. I didn't even know that it existed at first. But he does have a wrist swivel. I've seen it. I've seen it in action. Let's see if I can get this using some leverage. Yeah. So a little bit of a wrist swivel, but it is very tight. In fact, I would say scary tight. Yeah, and it's this wrist part is not pegged in, so it's wanting to come out when I crank on that. So let's just not use his wrist swivel much. It is there, but it probably could have been executed a little bit better. This is a beautiful looking figure, but it's not exactly the best engineered figure. It's gorgeous though. He's got a waist swivel. It will go farther. It will go as much as you want if you get the wings properly out of the way. As you can see, I've got tabs that want to fight with each other. And due to his, and he's got a bicep or ab crunch there. So that's nice. He's got a dick plate here that will come off all the time. Like pretty much any time that I'm dealing with something in this waist section, like the transformation of the legs, this will just pop straight off. But then it will pop straight on. Interesting thing about this, I think this is all molded in this yellowy gold plastic, but it could be clear, I don't know. But it's painted golden red. So he's got skirt armors that will move out of the way, little side armors that move out of the way. His leg will move that far forward with the butt flap out of the way. This butt flap, by the way, is on a double hinge. So you can move that out of the way pretty well. We'll go that far back and out for the full Van Damme. He's got a thigh swivel here, a single bend at the knee, and it's not that great. Again, there's a corner. Oh, let me put this so that you're not looking at the back of my hand. There's a corner inside here, and if that corner is shaved down, this will actually bend just freely. And I think that absolutely should have been shaved down. There's no engineering reason for that to not have a full, like, rounded surface. So a little bit of a bummer that he doesn't get a deeper knee bend. His feet are on ball joints, so that gives you the rocker and forward and back. And then he's also got like this hinge here, which mostly comes in handy when it's in the bird mode. Oh yeah, this whole knee will disconnect sometimes if you're not too careful about it. Let me put that back into place because it's not a posability feature. So you can increase the motion of that ankle tilt forward and back by putting in this hinge. It's also a pretty stiff joint. So a fair amount of posability. He will strike a good pose. By the way, this butt flap, you can move it around and also open it up a little bit. But then again, that also looks better in bird mode, I think. But it's a very, very good looking figure. I'm not gonna say that it's as well engineered as like a New Age figure or even a Magic Square. I think Magic Square engineering is pretty decent most of the time, even though their materials I have not found them to be decent most of the time. I would say that it's certainly not as well engineered as like a New Age figure, but it is not bad at all. I like it, and it's easily one of the most like visually impressive figures that I've got, even at legend scale. But anyhow, let's get this guy transformed up into his bird mode. I'm a bird, I'm a bird. So to start off with, let's open up. We're just hook your finger on the end of this chest panel here and pull that forward. Tuck his head in and then close that up till it clicks. Then you can take this whole part here and bend this around. And as you do, you kind of want to just like move this bird head back as you go around. Now he looks like an Egyptian god. Kind of fit his beak looking straight up. You want to take these wings and move them out and rotate them 90 degrees, and then that allows you to take his arm, bring it all the way out, move it past that, pop this thing open, flip his hand in and close that, and then you can move this back out to where it was. Actually, you want to get this all the way out. Whoa, I'm losing containment on my tripod. And we're going to do the same for the other side. You can flip this panel up whenever you want, I guess. Straighten up his arm. Bring the wing out and around. Move this all the way back. And then bring this down. There are little tabs right here that will kind of fit into slots. There's these slots that you can kind of see right here. Get this centered. And you can kind of fit those into place, but they can only kind of fit. And even those aren't any kind of locking tabs. They're just kind of positioning tabs. And that's what it looks like when they're in the tabs. I feel like I'm doing something ever so slightly wrong. Or you can just stick them back here straight, just like that. Now, for this part here, you want to take, what I found worked best is if you take his skirt armors and bring them all the way forward. Be careful not to touch his dig plate too much, otherwise it will fall off. And then take these skirt armors and put them out to the side a little bit, and then take his leg and rotate it at the thigh. And then rotate his foot. And you want to swivel this back a bit. And then bend this forward. And now you have one leg all done, second one just like the first one. Bring that around, bring that around, bring that back, bring it forward. The transformation here is not going to blow anybody's mind, but you know, it looks good and it makes a decent looking bird mode. Kind of position this how you want. Split this up a little bit. And there you got the bird mode of the Firmini. And it is very good looking. In terms of posability, his head is like on a little ball joint, but it moves a little bit. Let me get this, see if that will rotate. Doesn't really want to rotate much. It'll go side to side a little bit though. Have some confused bird mode. Pull on this little tab here, will open up his beak. So he can like caw, caw, caw. Wings are pretty much going to have all the same posability that they had in the robot mode. If I fold this up, how does this look when it's all folded up against his back? I wonder. Yeah, you can fold up his wings so he can look like he's just chilling like a villain. Legs are on the same leg joints that he had before, with the same, ankle rockers and whatnot. You can even rotate the body a little bit. And he's just a really good looking figure. I love this figure. It's very nice looking. It's not perfect. There's some things that could be changed. Maybe even some of them obvious enough that I might go in and make the changes myself. But it's just, it's nice looking. The paint apps are bold and vibrant. The sculpting is just really profound, and I am looking forward to completing this set. As far as I can see, no storage mode for his weapons, but I guess I can survive. I guess I can survive that. But there's the Cang Toys. I don't know why they started with number 3, but there's the Cang Toys Firmini. And yeah, recommendation. I recommend it. This is a good looking figure. It's actually pretty damn fun to play with too. It's not really fiddly and really finicky the way some figures with a lot of moving parts can tend to be. Like I've got a I've got a Robot Damashi Destiny Strike Freedom Gundam that's got like as many moving parts as these wings, but it is just, I can't even think about touching it because then like everything gets out of alignment. Whereas this guy is actually pretty good. It's not that fiddly at all. So I like it. I like it. I hope you like it. I hope you liked this video. Everybody, thanks for watching. If you watched all the way through the end, you are a fantastic human being. I mean, you're a fantastic human being anyhow. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But especially today of all days, I hope that you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday, and that you are feeling wonderful about yourself and the people around you, because you deserve it. And I will talk to you later. See ya. Oh, everybody stay awesome and be good to each other. I knew I needed to say something. See ya.